friends. This is Dawn Compton, the pastor at Main Street United Methodist Church in Bedford, and I am here today to bring you our weekly Wednesday Word. I'm in a different location today. I'm actually in Lynchburg, near where I live. I'm at the new Mellow Mushroom that is coming up. They've got one of our new love signs, and I thought it would be a neat way to just bring you something new, to share with you about this new restaurant that's coming up, this new life that is happening in the midst of this pandemic, and to talk a little bit about love. We are beginning this Sunday a new worship series called The Great Eight. And in this worship series, we are going to be looking specifically at Romans chapter 8. We're taking this idea from Mark Batterson's book, If, where he calls Romans chapter 8 the Great Eight. Looking at this chapter and all that this chapter can tell us about what it means to follow Jesus Christ and what it means to live as a Christian. So the verse I want to lift up right now is, because we're in front of this love, is verse 28 from that chapter. We know that God works together for good for all those who love God and who are called according to His purposes. You know, it's hard, I'm sure, right now for you. I know it's hard for me, for us to see some good some days, for us to see the good in the midst of this pandemic, for us to see the good in the midst of our political division, to see good in the midst of this racial tension that we have, the good to see in the midst of our economic struggles that so many people are going through. That's hard. But we as Christians are people of faith. We know that even in the midst of all of whatever horrible may be going on for us, God can and does use it for our good. This building has been sitting empty for a number of years, and now it's getting a new life with the new restaurant here. We may be sitting dormant right now and not able to do church the way we used to do it, but God is still doing a new thing at Main Street. We are still being the church in new and creative ways. And I'm excited about what 2021 has in store for us. So let us cling to God's love that will guide us as we share that love with others. I want to just lift up really just one announcement to remind you about that I am going to be getting a new small group study. This will be beginning on January 28th, and the name of the study is Virginia Roots, Race, and Discipleship. It's a study that has been produced by the Virginia Annual Conference of the Methodist Church, and we are going to be looking at how issues of race have been a part of the history of Virginia, how they've been a part of the history of Methodism here in Virginia, and maybe what we as Methodists currently can learn from our history as we go forward in striving to be God's people. This study, again, is going to start on January 28th, and it will be at 10 a.m. and at 7 p.m. The 10 a.m. one will be in person if you feel comfortable doing that. We will social distance and we will be wearing masks. That is, as long as we have no more than 10 people gathering in person. It could also be on Zoom if you would like to gather for that time on Zoom. That will be fine. We can set that up. The 7 p.m. will be completely on Zoom. So if you would like to be involved in that discussion and maybe just the first steps for Main Street as we begin trying to address some issues of race within our congregation and see what we can do to help further that conversation. Friends, I hope you have a great rest of the week. I look forward to worshiping with you either in person at 10:30 or Sunday, or worshiping with you online this weekend. God bless.